Hey everybody, good morning or afternoon depending on where you are. Hopefully you can see me okay and hear me okay. It took me a little longer to hop on because I was doing it from my phone and realized that shows up backwards and I was going to write some things out for you on a whiteboard. So hi Tiana, if you can hear me, give me like a thumbs up. Hi Rose, because my computer sometimes my microphone goes crazy. So if you can hear what I'm saying, say hi or something, um, because I want to make sure that you can hear me and make sure everything comes through all right. So sometimes my computer microphone can be funny. So, okay, thanks, Rose. I'm glad you can hear me. It took me a second to hop on because I was doing it from my phone and then I realized things were backwards and I was going to write some things on a little whiteboard for you and I didn't want the words to show up backwards, obviously. So I just switched over to my computer. So I'm in a funky location, but I think it'll be good. Okay, I'm going to jump in because a lot of people are probably going to watch this later. But we're going to talk about how to rank up to super silver right now. So we're going to start off with those of you who may either you're working towards super silver and haven't gone silver yet, but I'm going to start off with people who have gone silver. So say you went silver last month with 3 new ambassadors, right? So last month you went silver, 3 new ambassadors. Can you see this? Sorry, lame. So those 3 new ambassadors, everybody in your first 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3, are worth 5 points to you. So those 3 people, assuming they have their 100 PV subscriptions on and they're going to order again this month, will be 15 points for you this month if you went silver last month. So that's a good starting point because your first goal in this business is to go silver. So if you've just done that, congratulations. And now you'll be working towards super silver. So say you have 15 points this month. Super silver is 50 points. And now normally ambassadors will give you points in your organization if they order a $199 welcome pack in the month they join, or if they're an existing ambassador who orders 100 PV, like these 15-point people right here from going silver from last month, say they're ordering their 100 PV through their subscription again this month, they'll give you points. And normally $99 welcome packs do not give you points in the current month. That person would have to go 100 PV over their $99 welcome pack to give you points in the current month. But Super Silver is unique in the fact that we use mock points with Super Silver. So any ambassador, whether they order a $199 or $99 welcome pack, is going to count towards your overall organization 50 points when you're trying to shoot for Super Silver. And that is only unique to the ranks of silver and super silver. And you won't get paid on those mock points. You only get paid on the points from the $199 welcome packs or the 100 PV from the subscriptions. But those $99 welcome pack people, since it's mock points, they will contribute to the overall organization point total for the efforts of ranking up to super silver. So that is something that's kind of unique. But say you have your 15 points from last, so you have your 15 points from last month, right? Last month's newbies. Last month's 3 new ambassadors. Forgive my handwriting, this is hard to do this live. So you have 15 points from last month's 3 newbies, but you need 50 total, right? For this month to go super silver. That means you're going to need 35 more points, right? 35 points needed for this month to go super silver. Now, if you do 35 points divided by, let's just do 35 divided by 5 points is going to be 7 new ambassadors, right? So you've got your 3 existing, that's going to give you 15 points. You need 50 points, and so you've got a 35-point difference, and that's going to be 7 new people this month. Now, your number needed will vary depending on how many people you're carrying over from the previous month, but what you need to do is look at how many people in the current month are going to give you 100 PV that are carried over from last month. So if they have their subscriptions on for 100 PV more, you can most of the time count on those people's orders to run. But I want you to follow up and make sure that they are staying consistent with their products. that their subscriptions are going to stay on, and be on top of any credit card errors. A lot of people have changes in address, changes in expiration date, all of those things, or they change card numbers. Whatever it may be, or maybe they signed up with like a prepaid Visa or something and it's not going to go through again this month. Whatever that is, if it says they have a subscription set up, most of the time it's going to be fine, but there are cases when you need to really be on top of that and be following up with them. And that's when following up a good 4 times in that first month is so important, because you want to make sure that they're ready for those products to come, they're prepared to remain consistent, and all of their credit card information and everything is current so that you can count on those points passing through your account in order to help you rank up to the next rank. And in Super Silver, at least one of the ambassadors in these 7 new ambassadors needed, say if you had 15 points in, in this scenario, obviously it would be different if you're carrying over, 6 ambassadors from last month. I want you to go in and see how many you have that you can kind of count on 100 PV subscriptions running this month. But at least one person from this current month, if you're trying to rank Super Silver this month, one new ambassador needs to be somebody you personally sponsored. So you need to be aware of that for Super Silver. You need to have one personally sponsored new ambassador the current month that you rank Super Silver. Now, this is a great time to see if any of the new ambassadors that have joined you while you went silver last month or whatever are open to having maybe an online event to share with their friends. Maybe they want to shoot out some messages because they know people who have digestive problems or sleep issues or mood instability, or they want to lose weight, or just to do this with them. This is a great time to give them a fun little message that they can shoot out to a handful of their family and friends, see if they want to do it with them. Or if they want to post on Facebook to see if everybody is interested, or if they are open to sharing Plexus and learning more about this business, because you never know who's going to be interested. So now is a great time to reach out to those people and see who is interested in possibly sharing with some friends and family. So for Super Silver, so far, you want to look at who has subscriptions on that are going to be carried over from last month's ambassadors on your team, however many of those people are, who's got 100 PV subscriptions on that are going to run this month, and then do your follow-up to make sure those are going to run. You can count on those points to be 5 points if they're in your levels 1, 2, and 3, which is probably the case for you right now, this young in your business. And then you're going to need 50 points total. So whatever that point value was from the people whose subscriptions you're going to run, you're going to subtract that from 50. And that's going to give you how many new ambassadors are needed, because whatever that point value is, divide that by 5, because your levels 1, 2, and 3 are 5 points a person, and then see how many ambassadors you need this month. And remember, Super Silver uses mock points. We normally don't get points, actual pay points, for people who have have $99 welcome packs. But in the case of Super Silver, they're giving you mock points towards your organization point total of those 50 points for going Super Silver. And one last thing to remember is that for Super Silver, you need to have at least 10 points outside of your primary leg. Now, this is a confusing thing that I want to explain to a lot of people. Your primary leg is the level 1 ambassador, so the person you've personally sponsored, who has the largest team. Now, if you just have a sea of level 1 ambassadors, then the outside primary leg piece of this is pretty irrelevant, because all of your legs, all of your level 1 ambassadors that you personally sponsored, have the same size of team. They have no team if you have no level 2s. If you're all level 1s, they're all the same. But say you've had one of these 3 people that you went silver and with 15 points, maybe one of them has really taken off with the business and they are just sharing, and they're going to bring in the bulk of your points towards Super Silver, say. Well, you need to make sure that you have at least 10 points outside of that person who's got this big team. 10 points would be 2 people, because each one of them is going to be 5 points to you. So you need to make sure that you have at least 10 points, so 2 people outside of that one level 1 that has this huge team growing, that is now your strongest leg. You need to make sure you have 10 points, which is 2 people at least outside of that person. So if you have a pretty spread out team and a bunch of level 1s, you don't really need to worry about that. Most of you probably don't need to worry about that unless you have one person specifically on your team that has really taken off with this business, and you find they're going to bring in a lot of your new ambassadors to work you towards Super Silver and later towards Gold and all of that. So I hope that this cleared up some things, and I hope that you guys go back and look at what you have coming in as for points this month in people's subscriptions that are set up and subscriptions for 100 PV or more. And then you can look at the point value for those people. They should all be 5 points to you usually in your first 3 levels. Subtract that from 50, whatever that is, and that will give you the point value needed. And then take the point value you need, divide that by 5, because the people in your first 3 levels are worth 5 points to you, and that will tell you how many new ambassadors to aim for joining you this month if you want to go super silver. Because what's exciting about super silver is that you get mock points towards your organization total to rank up. So that is something very unique to that rank. So it's really exciting that both $199 welcome packs and $99 welcome packs will count towards your organization point total at the end of this month. And then just remember that you need to have personally sponsored one person this month at least, and have 10 points, which is usually 2 people, outside of that strong leg if you have one person that decided to run off with the business, which is so exciting to be able to do this business with somebody else. If you have questions, drop them in the comments, and I will circle back and answer them later, but hopefully this was helpful. Thanks, guys.